up, guys? Mark here, back with the next playing card review, and today I have probably the most amount, at least money-wise, that I've ever been sent in cards from Relentless Venture. Here we have two decks, so 4 decks to open with these super cool boxes. So yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoy, and let's get into the video. Okay, so like I said, these cards were sent to me from Relentless Venture, and as you can see, they sent me two card decks, or display cases here. This one is super cool. Oops, you can see they've got like these rocks inside. Haven't opened any of them yet. So this was a Kickstarter project, I believe. You can still get this. I'll link it in the pinned comment. But from their Etsy page, it looks like they don't have a website. They have Instagram and an Etsy page. I'll put both of those below. So yeah, this was a Kickstarter project. Looks like it's called Celestial Planes. We have the standard edition, which are these 2 decks, and then forget what this was called, but like the more expensive edition. And we've got the 2 decks with the rocks in them though. But yeah, let's start. So yeah, I messaged them on Instagram. They're all the way from Poland. I'll show you guys real quick. Crazy. I guess I probably shouldn't show their address either. But anyway, all the way from Poland, they sent me 4 decks of cards, and like the the one with the rocks, this is like $65 or something. I'll put on the side on Etsy. So yeah, other than them shipping all of this from Poland, a lot of money worth of stuff. Been a minute since I've done a video. My next video, I keep on saying it, but whenever it gets here, still hasn't got here. The big Tarot of Alexia Art of Play Kickstarter, still waiting on that. It's supposed to be here a while ago, but hopefully it's here soon. And then the Black Roses, I forget what it's called. I'm trying to look at it. Like the purple edition, that one I want to do soon. And there's a couple other decks I want to review. But yeah, just been busy and stuff. But yeah, so let's start. We're going to open a deck from each of the boxes. But starting with the, not tuck case, but like the decks holder here. So super cool. It's embossed. It's got a really nice, like almost like rubbery, like clay type of feel. Yeah, super cool design. It's also magnetic, as you can see there. So yeah, super cool. Yeah, and then we've got the names of the 2 different decks right there. Got this cool design. So yeah, so much detail. It feels awesome. Love the color palette of that blue and orange. Kind of reminds me of like a Florida Gators type vibe. But yeah, super cool. And then yeah, I've just got that nice like material back there for the decks. But yeah, super sick all around. Super cool. I'm really excited about the rock ones. But so they have like one that the orange is like the more prominent color, and one where the blue is like the more prominent color. So for this 2 deck pack, I'm gonna open the orange, and then on the other one I'll open the blue. But yeah, one other thing I really like, so they made 1,000 of these, and they're both numbered. Like this one's like 174 out of 1,000, something like that. This says 583 out of 1,000. So I love when people number it. Just adds more to the rarity and stuff. But yeah, let's open this first deck here. Let's see here, one sec. But yeah, like I said, it's been a couple weeks since I made a video, but trying to get back to every week and stuff. Anyone, I really haven't seen too many. Like I said, I have a few decks I really want to review, but I haven't seen like too many releases lately, honestly. But oh wow, super cool. But anyway, with that point, if anyone has a deck they want me to review, let me know in the comments. We're almost at 200 subscribers. I'm gonna do a giveaway for that. If you guys have seen the giveaways before, I'll probably do it the same way, where I review a deck and then I give away that same deck to one of the comments. But yeah, anyway, let's open this real quick. Let's see here. Nah, probably wasn't the best way to open it. Oh well, I've got a few of these, but super cool. still has like that clay like feel on the tuck case, designed by Paula Baziak. I probably pronounced that wrong. For Relentless Venture, made in Poland 2024. I like how it says made in Poland. And I don't, that's interesting that it was actually made in Poland as well. I don't think I've ever had any cards that were printed in Poland. Oh, before I forget, they sent me 2 stickers as well. We've got a heart and a club. Very, very cool. Be hanging those up above with everything else after this video. Interesting. Some kind of like how Legends print their cards. We've got another seal inside for the cards themselves. But yeah, tuck case, super sick. The inside, we've got like the waves there and stuff, all the different symbols. We've got, yeah, like stars and stuff, and it's hard to tell. Oh, at the very bottom of it, I don't know if you guys can see that. It says hello at the very bottom, like back here on the other side. I don't think you can see that. Sucks. I need to get like a flashlight to like point it. You can barely see it there, I think, or at least make out that there's writing. But yeah, the design goes all the way, all throughout the bottom of there, and then says hello at the bottom, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, as far as like look and everything with these cards, it's really great. The one thing, I'm gonna be honest, like I'm not positive about, and I want them to feel great since, you know, they sent me over $100 worth of stuff from Poland. But the one thing I was like, I don't know how these are gonna feel being made in Poland. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it looks like a 2-way symmetrical back design. A little bit of a smaller, like off-white border there. But yeah, let's see how they fan. That's okay. So they fan good. So they're not like bad feeling cards. I was worried, you know, like some decks of cards that like just are made by like a person or whatever, or a brand that you haven't heard of. A lot of times they don't fan very well. So I'm happy that they fan well. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go through these fairly quick since we're gonna be doing a couple decks of cards. Let's see, only 3 ad cards all in the back there. We've got 2 identical jokers there. Super cool, like the look of that. And then we've got just the ad card here with the back design. And then Relentless Venture there. Super cool. Yeah, interesting here. So we start with the hearts and not the spade. But yeah, super cool design there. So if you can tell, instead of like the red and black, we're going with the orange and blue look here. Seen a lot of people do that. Very unique pips and indices. I definitely like how the numbers are there with like that little bit of like cutoff space and the lines around the indices and hearts and stuff. And all that detail is just super, super cool. So really like all the detail and the look of these cards. And, you know, I could go on for a super long time about the look of these cards. But, yeah, super, super cool. Very interesting jack there. They have, I don't even know how to describe, like, the look of their court cards. Wow, that's super cool. Like, with all the detail in the hair and stuff there. That is super, super cool. Wow. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how to describe that, but yeah, super, super cool. That's really weird. Okay, so we go from hearts to diamonds. So red, and then I guess clubs and spades will be the last 2, obviously. But yeah, super cool look. Let's go see if the court cards are the same on these. Yeah, look fairly similar. I don't know if that's exactly the same, since I've only looked at them once. But yeah, super, super cool. Yeah, I think they're the same. That's really cool. And then looks like, okay, spades next. Very interesting. Like I said, I like the stars in the background, and there's just like so much detail on the cards. I love the color palette, like I said, with all the different, sorry, what was I going to say? Like all the little like details inside and stuff. So I think since called like, you know, the 2 different ones are Cygnus and Omega, I'm guessing it's supposed to be like, it makes sense when you look at the cards, like maybe like kings and like gods and goddesses, that sort of thing. I could be wrong, but we've got like some Roman numerals and flames and stuff there. So it's got to be somewhere along that sort of vibe. If I find anything about it, I'll put it on the side. I'll look through their Kickstarter and see like what they talk about, what the inspiration for these cards were. But yeah, I'm guessing like maybe like Greek gods or like ancient gods or something like that would be my guess. But yeah, not 100% sure. But yeah, super cool deck of cards. Yeah, back design is amazing, obviously. Court cards are amazing. Face cards are super cool. Tuck cases, like 100 out of 10, super cool. So yeah, it's basically just the feel of these cards. I'll go ahead and we'll wait and rate the next one because those have like the rock in it, so that's gonna be a little bit cooler. But honestly, like other than feel, everything else here is definitely like a 10 out of 10. Like tuck case, 10 out of 10. Price, I didn't pay for these, 10 out of 10. Back design, super cool. That's got to be a 10 out of 10. Face cards, 10 out of 10. So you get the idea. So it's really going to come down to the feel. But this is definitely going to be a high numbered deck of cards. But like I said, don't want to spend too much time on one deck. Let's get into the other deck. But yeah, I wish I could show you guys how this deck feels because it feels super cool. Awesome deck of cards. And yeah, if I forgot to say it, thank you so much to them, to Relentless Ventures, for sending me these cards. This is so sick. So as you can see, we've got the decks with like the rocks in them here, and I've never seen anything like this. I promised someone I'd wait to open this deck with them, hence why we're doing the blue deck for this one and not the red one. Either way, they're both super cool. Like just like, I'll wait till I take the plastic off so you guys can see it a little better here. But yeah, just something I've never seen in a deck of cards. Obviously, it's just the box. I mean, it would have to be right, but still, like, never seen anything like this. Very unique. So let's get this open here. And one sec thing. I don't know why I always have so much trouble opening this. You'd think after opening hundreds of decks of cards, you'd be better at this. But anyway, so yeah, you can feel it like a polished rock there, but just look at like all the detail in that. That is insane. This tuck case, obviously, a little bit thicker since we've got like this excess space, as you can see, like there. So it's definitely a thicker tuck case, but yeah, super cool. Yeah, same stuff on the sides. Again, like that clay, plasticky type feeling, which is like the best feeling for a deck of cards, in my opinion. Yeah, I feel like this would be hard to make, to get this to like stick out like that, but it looks really good. And then yeah, just look at the rock there. That is insane, like a nice polished rock. So yeah, obviously not surprised why this is an expensive deck of cards. I mean, obviously a bunch of work was put into it, and then the rock is just insane as well. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this looks when we open it. Okay. I see. So we've got one card. Very cool. I was wondering how they did that. So if you can see, they've got like the card up there, and then the sides kind of like come down on either side. So it's almost like glued in. I'm sure it was more sophisticated than that, but like put in. And again, it says hello at the bottom. This one's in a darker color, so it's going to be a little harder to read than the last one. But yeah, so it's kind of like put in there. So we've just got the space in between. But yeah, that's insane. And just to show you guys real quick, because this rock is super cool, but this one's got a lot of cool colors in it too. I know the plastic kind of messes it up a little bit, but yeah, that is insane. Super cool. Wow, I think the back design might be the same, but like the color palette of this one I definitely like more. This is so sick, like that like purplish tealish blue. That is just insane. I absolutely love that. Let's see, get rid of the ad cards here. So yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna be the same for the most part, just in a different color. But yeah, super cool. I love when people use like orange and blue or whatever it is instead of black and red. I think that's super cool. But yeah, this is insane. Oh my gosh, is this? Sorry, I'm pretty sure this is gilded. Is this? This looks like it's blue gilded to me. Yep, I'm almost positive. That's really cool. Don't take that 100%, but this, yeah, that's okay. That's definitely gilded. That is insane. So I didn't even realize that blue gilded. Look at how sick that is. So cool. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, feel very nice, fan super easily. Love the look of the back design here. Again, two-way symmetrical back design, but this time instead of a white border, we kind of have just the same color as the back design as the border. So yeah, super cool. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, so it's gilded. We've got for the back design just like the same color as the deck itself for the border instead of the white border. Yeah, I'm not sure if like the orange ones have the certain border and then the other ones switch or whatever. But yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time going through these cards since I believe they are going to look the same. But yeah, just insane details. I feel like in blue you can see it a little bit better than in the orange. But yeah, that is, like, look at that card. That is so sick. Just pips and indices, the font choice. I love how it's in the gray. And yeah, just like all the detail in there. That is so sick. And like how they order the cards. It's very interesting, very unique. Like that, like ordered much differently. And just like the look of the hearts is like so, way cooler and different. Like it's kind of like a fat looking heart. Super cool. I really like the hearts especially a lot. And then we've got like all those circles in the middle there. Super cool. Yeah, these are insane. But yeah, like I said, I'm assuming these are like gods and goddesses or something. Like I said, I'll put, whoa, do you guys see that? That kind of almost like, that's, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's almost like holographic or something in the middle there. That's so cool. But I love like all the line work and stuff in it. Super cool. Yeah, love the order of these cards. There's so much detail I'm not talking about, obviously, but yeah, this is a ton of stuff. So cool. Yeah, that is insane. Love the cues there. Again, like the font choice is super cool. Yeah, and like all of the different suits are like super unique. I like those a lot. Yeah, like they're very differently shaped than standard pips and indices. But yeah, super cool. Let's give this deck a few shuffles and yeah, this is definitely gilded. That's so cool. Yeah, give this deck a few shuffles here. Shuffle's really nice. Gilded cards sometimes, like for some things, they're easier, but for a lot of things, they're harder. For instance, for breaking off in packets like this, since they kind of stick together, they're a lot easier, but for a lot of things, they can be harder. But yeah, let's see here. But yeah, I like right off the bat, like it's not a 10 out of 10 feel, but they do feel really nice. And like I said, yeah, gilded cards can be a little bit harder to use. Sorry about that. But let's try that one more time. But yeah, they feel super nice nonetheless. I also haven't been practicing too much cardistry recently, but yeah, gilded cards are a tad bit harder to use. So you know what, we're gonna go to back to the other deck for a minute to choose on the feel, because like I said, with gilded cards it is a little bit harder, and to make it a little bit easier on myself. But yeah, so I'll put these away. Such a sick deck of cards. That is insane. And like the look of these two together and how they're numbered and everything. Well, I'm getting the other cards out. Tuck case, I feel like the box itself needs to be included in the tuck case too. Everything about it, for sure, 10 out of 10. How it has like the name there, and then the number out of 1,000, like the clay-like feel and stuff. Just everything about it is chef's kiss, 100%, 10 out of 10. So yeah, back design of these cards, definitely 10 out of 10. Just like all the different like patterns and stuff look so cool together. Plus it is a symmetrical back design, which I love, which a lot of times can be hard to do with a deck that has so much detail like this one. But yeah, I'll give this a couple more shuffles. Face cards, definitely 10 out of 10. Yeah, so much detail. Love the jokers, the ad cards, the all the line work, and then yeah, the numbers, the pips and indices are super cool, and yeah, everything about it is super cool. Definitely 10 out of 10 for that. Price of these, like I said, either way, like this is a super sick deck of cards, but for me, I got, even for $66, I don't know if I would give it a 10 out of 10 for that. I can see why it would cost that much. But yeah, for me, being costing nothing, obviously a 10 out of 10. I think I went through all the bases. Their last thing is the feel. So yeah, 40 out of 40. And then feel of these cards, I'm feeling like it's definitely not perfect. They're printed in Poland, so you know, but they feel pretty good. Like you could definitely use them for cardistry. For card games, they don't feel bad. They're just not like quite up to like some of the decks. But yeah, definitely a great feeling deck of cards. I'll give this, man, I'm leaning between like 7 and 8 out of 10. That was bad there, but I think we'll go 7.5 out of 10. It's not quite an 8 out of 10, but yeah, still super good feeling deck of cards. Like by no means is 7.5 bad. It's just like not, you know, like I said, they're made in Poland. You know, there's only like a couple thousand of them printed, but they still feel really nice. Like yeah, I highly recommend these cards, and thank you so much to them for sending me these cards. Will be 47.5 out of 50. But yeah, like I said, I have a couple of reviews coming soon. Hopefully that one deck will be here soon, from Art of Play, the something of Alexia. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this deck. If you have a certain deck you want me to review, let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.